Hello students, welcome to my channel, and today we are going to discuss an essay written by Edmund Wilson, Marxism and Literature. So Edmund Wilson is an American critic who has made extensive and brilliant use of Freudian and Marxist concept in literary analysis, and the essay Marxism and Literature is taken from the Triple Thinkers, which reflects his disillusionment with Marxist literature. So, Edmund Wilson begins the essay by examining the role assigned to the art and literature in Marxism. According to him, the structural organization of society evolves from the methods of production in the society, and from these structural forms evolve higher activities such as politics, law, religion, philosophy, literature, and art. These higher activities are made possible by social arrangement, and their nature may vary from society to society. The exponents of these higher activities constitutes group with their own standard and values, which divide the society into different classes. During the period of intense artistic activity, art influences economic and social organization out of which it grows, thus the relation between art and society is reciprocal. So then Edmund Wilson refers to some of the responses of Marx and Engels to literature. According to him, they never believed that art and literature are conditioned and determined by social and economic standards. They considered art as an independent activities. Hegel raised his voice against the dangers of literature written with a specific political inclination. Both Marx and Engels were susceptible to the emotional appeal of art and literature. They loved great writers like Shakespeare and Goethe. So Marx and Engels, according to him, never considered art as a weapon of social change. They believed in the Resina ideal of complete man, the different aspects of man which accomplishes perfection through participation in varied activities. But Lenin was a Marxist who believed that art is a suitable weapon for for social change. So, according to him, with the passing of time, the Marxists wanted to face many questions about the carryover value of literature, whether the literature which was created during the old Borghese society could be of any use in Procrearian setup, or whether the new socio-economic organization would need a new art and literature of its own. Trotsky, who was a literary man, had to face many problems. He had to combat with the problems which had not bothered Marx and Engels. According to him, young proletarians wanted to monopolize art and literature and use them to promote the socio-economic setup. But Lenin opposed it very strongly and told that art could be produced only by natural evolution. Trotsky did not encourage the idea of proletarian culture and proletarian literature. He said that both proletarian culture and literature would be dangerous things because they would not incorrectly compress the culture of future into the narrow limits of the present day. When Stalin came to power, the liberalism was choked out of the existence and he destroyed the followers of liberalism. Art and literature were degenerated into mere weapons of communist propaganda. Trotsky was exiled and Lenin died during this period. In Marxist Russia, cultural values were destroyed rapidly. Marxism can tell us nothing about the goodness or badness of art and literature. A Marxist cannot judge a work of art purely on the basis of its artistic value. Marxists believe that the work of art written on the Marxist perspective is considered a good work and all other works are bad. In aesthetic appeal, it's subordinated to its pragmatic political value. Marxism can allow valuable light on the social origins and the social significance of a work of art and literature, but the new Marxist followers did not understand literature from this perspective. So their attempt for the interpretation of work of art is wrong. There are various reasons for this. In great works of art is much more implied than what it's explicitly stated. The work of art is not simple expression of social or moral message. It is a complex vision of life, and its complexity has to be appreciated before one can arrive at its real meaning. The Marxists who fail to understand this complexity cannot interpret the real meaning of the text. The real intention of the great writer may be different from the surface meaning of the work. And those surface meaning of the work, and those who fail to realize this truth go wrong are guilty of misinterpretation and misreading. Marxist critics, without any knowledge in literature, try to lay down rules and formulas according to which work of literature should be written. Their actual aim is to transform literature into an effective tool for protecting communist ideology. They forget the fact that great work of art were written not on the basis of any order. Great work were first produced and the rules and principles were formulated later. Granville Hicks and is the most famous Marxist thinker who formulated some rules for an ideal Marxist work. According to Hicks, the primary function of such work must be lead to the brilliant reader to recognize his role in the class struggle. The author must be able to make the reader feel that he is participating in the struggle. Marxist critics try to make literature as an effective tool in the class struggle. A great writer will never create any work on the basis of certain ideology. It may be unconsciously happen. Marxist thinkers believe that revolutionary and pre-revolutionary period are the most suitable time for the literary work. Edmund Wilson opposes this view. He said that it is wrong because literature and art are the peacetime activities, so periods of sudden and violent changes never help the writer for his literary creation. Edmund Wilson discusses whether proletarian literature grows along with the social revolution. According to him, it is only an imagination because 80% of the people are illiterate and writer has no means to communicate with them. Great classical literary works are not created as examples of bourgeois decay, but as a medium of great educational value. Marxist thinker, with the help of Trotsky, try to find Marxist elements in the great classical works of other countries. Wilson says that it is wrong because the country who has produced or leaves of grass or huckleberry Finn has no influence on Marxism. They were created during the pioneering period. So the work created in different countries have no elements of Marxism. These Marxist elements are attributed to it by Marxist thinkers for the purpose of developing their ideas or ideology. Marxist thinkers argue that writers should use common language for the creation of literary work. According to Wilson, the democratization of literature was a process which started much earlier in US than the period of the communist revolution. In other words, democratic values are not the monopolies of the Marxism, they are a worldwide phenomenon in this age of the common man. After telling everything about the Marxist literature, Edmund Wilson say that Marxism still remains as a great force in this world. It is not merely a philosophical or political theory. This is a great force of social change. So I hope you understand the whole basic structure what Edmund Wilson trying to say about the literary theory and the literature during the periods of Marxism and the revolutionary changes into the literature period. So I hope you like this video and please share and subscribe to my channel and please look forward for next video from my side. Thank you.